Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Do you hear me?
Good afternoon,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Very good afternoon. A very pleasant good afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Read the chapter, all of you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So those who were absent or those who missed the yesterday's class, they also might have missed what we discussed. So have you gone through the summary or the story of the chapter? All those who did not join yesterday or in the first class. Yes? You must read every day.
Yes, sir.
So yesterday we began the chapter, okay, and we reached middle of the chapter. We read about Nambardar. We read about Ramlal, the revenue official of the village. We also read about the Tehsildar who had come to inaugurate a school in the village of Ramlal, and Tehsildar had asked.
Sir, can you please tell the page number?
Page number I will tell, just I am just recapping it, okay, just first a quick recap, then the page number is, of course, it is 57.
57.
Page number 57, and paragraph number is third one from top. What's your name? Little one. So we had read up to here that Boli had gone to school. She had started going to school. So as I was saying that Tehsildar had come to the village of Ramlal. He inaugurated the school and he asked Nambardar, that is Ramlal, as government official or a representative of the government, to send his daughters to school. And it was strange those days. Those days it was strange, it was very different sending a girl to school. Now, of course, everybody is conscious, everybody is educated, and people know, they understand the importance of education. Yes. But earlier days, those days, because of the narrow thinking, narrow mindedness of the people, because of the society norms, the parents or anybody, he did not will to send his daughters to school, especially in the villages. Of course, city area somewhere the things were going on, but in the villages, in the remote area, and now also present time also, there are many villages, I know there are many villages you might have heard about in the newspaper, in the magazine, on TV, etc. Still the girls are devoid of education. Girls are not sent to school. Instead of girls, the boys enjoy all the privileges, all the leisure, all the pleasure, all the enjoyment, comfort of life. The parents are such in the villages, uneducated places, remote villages, and some of the some of the elite class society also, because of their custom, because of their culture, or might be because of their religion, there are things that the girls are not allowed to come out of the house. The women are not allowed to go to school. So it was that in ancient time also, in the village also. So Tehsildar asked Nambardar Ramlal to send his daughter. So Ramlal comes back to his house and he consults with his wife. He asks the wife to send the daughter to school. but the wife gets angry. She says, what are you talking? If we send the girls to school, who is going to marry them? Nobody will marry. Because those days it was not expected from the girls to be educated. The reason is that narrow-minded. It was a male-dominating society, and no male, no male accepted that his wife or going to be wife should be more educated, more learned, more experienced, more knowledgeable than him. Because if it was so, how they would exploit her, how would they devoid her of the rights and freedom? Because it was a male, totally male dominating society that time. That is the reason. So he consults his wife, and the wife says, why not to send Bholi to school instead of sending our other children Mangala, Champa, and all the other three daughters. She said, let us send Bholi to school because nobody will anyhow going to get married to Bholi. Now, why did she say that nobody is going to get married to Bholi? The reason you know that Bholi was a slow.
She has neither good looks nor intelligence.
Yes, she was neither intelligent nor beautiful. That is the reason. She was neither intelligent nor beautiful. She was born intelligent, she was born beautiful, but actually when she was 2 years old, she had fell off the coat on her head. She had fell off the coat on her head, and because of that, she one of the nerves or one of the vein, something happened, and that's how she started. And then she became strange. She became very innocent, simple, easily anybody could befool her. That is the definition of simple or ordinary or innocent. And then later on, she also developed marks on her face, on her cheeks, on her body because of smallpox. Now you know those days smallpox, chickenpox you call in simple word. So smallpox was very common disease. That time there were no vaccine. Of course, we are lucky. You are lucky that now when a child is born, when a baby is born, all kinds of vaccination is done to him. So he is away. He is far from all the dangers of rabies or smallpox, chickenpox, polio, all those kind of disease. So we had read up to here that Bholi had started going to school. Initially she was afraid. When the father took her, grabbing her hand, she was frightened. She resisted. She said, no, 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 where are you taking me? Because she knew that the previous day the father had taken Lakshmi. Who is Lakshmi? The father had taken Lakshmi out of the house and
Cow.
told her.
Elder
Yes.
sister.
So Lakshmi was a cow which had been sold by her father. She loved animal. Bholi's character, if you read, you would see that she loved animal. She loved nature. So when she went to the school, when she was afraid, hesitated a little bit, the teacher told her to sit there. She was hesitating, but later on, she was very much comfortable with the teacher, and she was also relaxing. She was hopeful that she will make some friends in the school because there were many children, many girls, and the teacher in the school was very positive, very supportive to Bholi, Sulekha. She supported her, and because of her support, Bholi learned to speak. There was a problem with Bholi that Bholi used to stammer. She had a stammering problem. She couldn't speak properly. If she had to speak one word or two words, then she would, my name is Bholi, like that she would stammer. Okay, so you stammering, you know very well what is stammering, okay? But with the positive support and encouragement from the teacher, she develops the speaking skill, and later on she showed the courage when her marriage was proposed with Bishambarnath, and Bishambarnath had asked for 5,000 rupees dowry, seeing face of Bholi. He saw that Bholi has got pox marks, but he did not see his own age. He was around 45 to 50 year old, and Bholi was just half of his age. Still, because of the father, because of mother, she agreed to marry. But when Bishambarnath showed his greediness, when he became greedy and asked for dowry for rupees 5,000, and Bholi's father kept his turban on the feet of Bishambarnath and said, my lord, my respect, my value is at your feet. Please accept my daughter in marriage. That time, Bholi rebelled, she revolted, and she said that I am not going to marry a greedy man. Rather, I would surrender my complete life educating the children in the school. And seeing this attitude, the teacher of Bholi was very, very happy, very, very excited that whatever she had taught Bholi, all has been come according to her expectation. So page number 57, up to page number 57 we have read. Now we continue reading, and I want good readers. So raise your hand, those who want to read for the class. Raise your hand, those who want to read. A loud and good reader. No one is raising the hand. Vedansh Mittal had raised the hand, and who else? Okay, so first let us give chance to Vedansh, and then we shall change later on. Okay, Vedansh, ready with the book? Ready? Vedansh Mittal, yes or no? No reply. Arushi, ready?
Sir. Yes, sir.
So read loud and clear, page number 57, and paragraph number is second. Okay, and
Sir, from Bholi, she could stammer on the further
yes,
over
yes,
there.
yes, from there. I am reading. What's your name, little one? Now speak.
Yes, sir. Bholi. She could stammer on further than that. Then she began to cry, and tears flowed from her eyes in a helpless flood. She kept her head down, and she sat in her corner, not dragging to where I was. Yeah,
Daring, not
looking up
daring.
at not daring to looking up at the girls who she knew were still laughing
At
at
her.
her.
Okay, so
When
here,
the school bell
so Bholi stammered and she responded, and she was hesitating. She was afraid because the girls were laughing at her. Because the way she was replying, the way she was speaking, the girls were making her fun. Continue.
when the school bell rang, all the girls scattered out of the
Scurried.
classroom.
Read properly.
Scurried out of, yes, sir, scurried out of the classroom. But Bholi dared not to leave her corner. Her head still lowered. She kept on sobbing.
Okay. So
Bholi.
Bholi was, as I told you, she was frightened, she was hesitated, she was sobbing. Sobbing means crying, weeping. She was sad and crying. When all the girls scurried out means came out of the classroom. Bholi did not come. Bholi remained inside the classroom because she was hesitating that the girls will make fun of her. Her head still
So may I
lowered.
read now?
Yes, read.
The teacher's voice was so soft and soothing. In all her life, She had never been called like that. It touched her heart.
So the
Get
teacher's
up.
voice was so soothing, so soft, so peaceful, so wonderful, so touching that she had never heard this kind of noise or words or sentence. She had never experienced this kind of behavior at her house. Usually, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your friends, they are very soothing for you. They are comforting. Their voice, their attitude, their nature, their behavior is very much positive for you. But it was not so with Boli. The parents loved other children. They loved Champa, Mangala, and all the other daughters. They loved the son and they sent them to study to city. But the case was different with Boli. They discriminated. They did not give any good comfort, any good new clothes, any facility to Boli. Rather, Boli was given the old and discarded clothes of her elder sister. So it is very, very pathetic, very, very bad condition, very, very, it is not acceptable. Yes, continue.
Get up, said the teacher. It was not a command, but just a friendly suggestion. Bholi got up. Now tell me your name. Sweat broke out over her whole body. Would her
Stammering, stammering.
stammering tongue, this stammering tongue again disgraced her. For this snack of this kind woman, however, she decided to make an effort. She had such a soothing voice, she would not laugh at her.
Okay, so sweat broke out over her whole body. When the teacher asked her to stand up and speak her name, she was sweating. Why she was sweating? She was sweating because of fear, because she was not confident, because she had never spoken any word, because she was simpleton, she was innocent. Would her stammering tongue again disgrace her? And she felt that, she thought that if I speak again, I would be insulted before the student. Again, it would be a disgrace on me because of my stammering problem. But she decided to make an effort. She had such a soothing voice, she would not laugh at her. And she spoke because of the support, because of the encouragement of the teacher. Again, she said, bo, bo, bo. She began to stammer. Okay, yes, now we change the reader. Who is going to read? Raise your hand. Who is interested in reading? Noor Fatima. Okay, Noor Fatima, read.
Sir, can you tell me para, please? Which
Vera,
para?
you are not with us, that means Shrestha
I
Jain,
am here, sir.
Shrestha Jain, you read. Shrestha,
Yes, sir.
read.
Well done, well done. The teacher encouraged her. Come on, now the full name. Boli. At last she was able to say it and felt relieved as if it was a great achievement. Well done. The teacher patted her affectionately and said, put the fear out of your heart and you will able to speak like everyone else. Bholi Bholi looked up as if to ask, really?
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So the teacher patted her affectionately. Patter. This is called patting, means caressing. The teacher patted her. She encouraged her. So a very, very important role of our guru, our mentor, our teacher, our parents. So encouragement, appreciation is must. Everybody, you can make anyone do anything just because of your kind, positive words, your kind and positive attitude. Yes, continue.
Yes, yes, it will be very easy. You just come to school every day. Will you come? Bholi nodded. No, say it aloud. Yeah, yeah, yes. And Bholi herself was astonished that she had been able to say it. Didn't I tell you? Now take this book. The book was full of nice pictures, and the pictures were in color: dog, cat, goat, horse, parrot, tiger, and a cow, just like Lakshmi. And with every picture was a word in big black letters. In 1 month, you will be able to read this book. Then I will give you a bigger book, then a still bigger one. In one time, you will be more learned than anyone else in the village. Then no one will ever be able to laugh at you. People will listen to you with respect, and you will be able to speak without the slightest stammer. Understand? Now go home and come back early tomorrow morning.
So the teacher guided her, the teacher motivated her, the teacher gave her the book. First, she gave her a small book and she said, if you learn all these things, if you understand and by heart all these things, if you learn it, then I will give you another book. And then you will be the most learned person in the whole village. Then you would be able to speak properly, confidently, without stammering. Nobody will make fun of you because you will be the educated, the most educated person. And being influenced, being affected positively by the words of teacher, Bholi does so. And her personality transforms. So you can imagine that the person, Bholi, who didn't utter a word when injustice was done to her, when she was beaten up, when she was devoid of clothes or all her freedom and rights. She did not say anything to her sisters or brothers or parents. But when she was educated, after being educated, when she noticed that her rights is she is being exploited, her father's respect or honor is in danger, she showed courage. She showed her bravery, her boldness, and she spoke out. It is very, very difficult. It was, in fact, those days for a girl to speak out publicly before the male, before the men in the society. But Bholi did so. And she spoke for the right cause. The cause was genuine because Vishambarnath was asking for dowry. And you know, dowry is an evil. It has been extinguished till some extent, but still this social evil goes on in the society. Now it is not very much open, it is hidden, it is under the table, but still it is there in many of the places. There are rules, there are government taking very, very strict action, but still the people, the educated people, uneducated people, both are involved in this. Yes, continue.
Yes, sir. Bholi felt as if suddenly all the bells in the village temple were ringing and the trees in front of the schoolhouse had blossomed into big red flowers. Her heart was throbbing with a new hope and a new life.
Her heart was
Thus,
throbbing with a new hope and new life. So she became positive. Her heart started throbbing with new hope, new waves, new confidence. So that's very good for a person. Now, when we read the following paragraph, we shall get the answer to these questions which are written. So there are two questions. First is, why do Boli's parents accept Bishambar's marriage proposal? What is the reason? Why do Boli's parents accept Bishambar's marriage proposal? So you can answer me roughly. You can get the idea roughly because of the summary we have discussed. But then reading the following paragraph, we shall get the clear answer. Second question will be, why does the marriage not take place? Why does the marriage of Bholi and Bishambar Nath not take place? So you know the answer very well. You have gone through the summary, but still we read. Yes, anyone else who would like to read, we can change the reader. Those who are interested in reading, raise your hand. So there are Dev Jain and Mohit Nagar. Okay, Dev Jain, read louder, clear, read.
Yes, sir. Thus the year passed. The village became a small town. The little primary school became a high school. There were now a cinema under a tin shade and a cotton ginning mill. The mail train began to stop at the railway station. One night, after dinner, Ramlal said to his wife, "Then, shall I accept Bishambar's proposal?" "Yes, certainly," his wife said. "Bholi will be lucky to get such a well-to-do bridegroom. A big shop, a house of his own, and I hear several thousand in the bank. Moreover, he is not asking for any dowry." "That's right, but he is not so young, you know, almost the same a- age as I am, and he also limps. Moreover, the children from his first wife are quite grown up."
Okay, so one day Ramlal, he was discussing with his wife when Bishambar Nath might have given proposal to Ramlal because his wife had died and he was a widower. He was a widower. He had grown up children. So around 45 to 50-year old, he won't get any girl for marriage. So he thought of getting married to Bholi. The reason is that he knew and everybody knew. Anyway, Vishambana did not know. So the reason he thought that because he has got plenty of money, property, and he is a well-to-do man, he might get a a good girl for marriage. So he sent proposal to Ramlal. Ramlal was discussing it with his wife, and they discussed first whether to do it. They discussed his age, that he is 45 to 50-year old, and Bholi is so young. But still, the parents were helpless. They thought that if we don't agree for this marriage, who is going to get married to Bholi? And they also thought, according to them, good of their daughter Bholi because they knew that Bishambarnath had plenty of money in the bank. He had a good business, and their daughter Bholi will remain there. She will enjoy there a good, comfortable, luxurious life. They discussed his, they discussed his physical health also, physical disfigurement also, that even Vishambanath was limp. He had some problem in walking, and also about the children, the grown-up children from his first wife. However, then later on they reach a conclusion, and the conclusion was to agree to accept the proposal sent by Vishambar Nath. Yes, continue. Continue, Devjan.
"Sir, what is limbs?"
Limping means lame. Lame. Problem, difficulty in walking. When somebody walks, he limps at one side. That is called limping.
"Okay, sir." "So what does it matter?" his wife replied. "45 or 50, it is no great age for a man. We are lucky that he is from another village, and does not know about her pock marks and her lack of sense. If we don't accept this proposal, she may remain unmarried all her life. Yes, but I wonder what Bholi will say. What will that witless one say? She is like a dumb cow." "Maybe you are right," muttered Ramlal. In the other corner of the courtyard, Bholi lay awake on her cot, listening to her parents' whispered conversation. Bishmarnath was a well-to-do grocer.
Okay, 1 minute.
He
So
came.
Boli was sleeping there on another cot, and she was listening to the conversation going on about her marriage by her parents. But she couldn't speak anything because, as you know, that she did not have confidence. She was frightened, she was afraid, and she never ever opposed her parents. Therefore, she did not say anything, she did not oppose, she was just listening. The parents thought that she has slept, but Boli was just lying on the bed and listening to the conversation of the parents. Yes, now continue.
Bishmarnath was a well-to-do grocer. He came with a big party of friends and relations with him for the wedding. A brass band playing a popular tune from an Indian film headed the procession, with the bridegroom riding a decorated horse. Ramlal was overjoyed to see such pomp and splendor. He had never dreamt that his fourth daughter would have such a grand wedding. Bholi's elder sister, who had came for the occasion, were envious of her luck.
Okay, so Bishambarnath was a well-to-do grocer. He was a good businessman. He had plenty of money. He came with all pomp and show, all grand wedding it was. It was a magnificent wedding. Many rich people, sophisticated people of the society, of the village, from the government, they were invited. And it was a good pomp and splendor. And even Ramlal was very much happy and excited. He never knew that his fourth daughter is going to get married this way. And the other daughter of Ramlal who had come to attend the function, they were envious of Holi. They were jealous of Holi that when they got married, it was not that kind of magnificence. It was a simple wedding. So it was, you could say, luck, a fortune of Boli according to her parents. Yes, continue. Mohit, Mohit, you continue. Mohit,
Sir?
yes, read.
Hello.
Read, Mohit, read. Yes, what happened?
Sir, I have a network problem.
Okay,
Again and again I
okay. Yes. So, anybody else wanna read? Anyone else? So, you continue. Charvi Gupta, where are you? It's not there. Dev Jain, continue.
Yes, sir.
Continue.
When the auspicious moment came, the priest said, "Bring the bride." Bholi, clad in a red silken bridal dress, was led to the bride's place near the sacred fire. Garland the bride, one of his friends, promoted Bishmarnath. The
Prompted,
bridegroom
promoted. No, don't say promoted. Prompted,
prompted
prompted.
prompted Bishmarnath. The bridegroom lifted the garland of yellow marigolds. A woman slipped back the silken veil from the bride's face. Bish- Bishambar took a quick glance. The garland remained poised in his hands. The bride slowly pulled down the veil over her face. "Have you seen her?" said Bishambar to the friend next to him. "She has pock marks on her face." "So what? You are not young either." "Maybe, but if I am to marry her, her father must give me 5,000 rupees."
Okay, so this problem arose there now. When it was a garlanding time, when Boli removed her veil from the face and Bishambarnath was about to put garland, he had noticed the face of Boli. He had noticed the pox marks and he was not having any kind of previous information about Boli, that she had disfigurement. Her face was having a smallpox mark. So when he saw, he told his friend, "Did you notice her face? Did you see her face?" And the friend also said, "So what? So what? You look up to your age. You are also not very young. She is very young for you. You are around 45 to 50-year-old. She is compromising. You should also compromise." And this way, the garlanding ceremony stopped, and Bishambarnath was a greedy man. He was a businessman. He thought of using the opportunity, and for that he started asking dowry for rupees 5,000. He called Ramlal, and then what happens? Continue. Read.
Ramlal went and placed his turban, his honor, at Bishambar's feet. Do not humiliate me so. Take 2,000 rupees. No, 5,000, or we go back. Keep your daughter. Be a little considerate, please. If you go back, I can never show my face in the village. Then out with 5,000. Tears streaming down his face. Ramlal went in, opened the safe, and counted out the notes. He placed the bundle at the bridegroom's feet.
Okay, so this was a very, very bad social evil prevalent in the previous time. Now also it is there many parts of the country, but it has been reduced. It has been come down because of the strict enforcement of laws. But still things are there, still dowry and other social evil, killing a girl child, killing female feticide is going on in the society. So only by education, only by awareness, these problem can be reduced or they could be minimized. Okay, so we shall continue this chapter tomorrow, and we shall also discuss.
Sir,
Yes, speak.
sir, what safe means here?
Safe.
Locker.
Safe means locker, of course. Safe means
Okay, sir.
tijori. Tijori in Hindi, locker in English. Okay, you could say a safe cupboard, a safe almirah. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So safe is a common word we use. Safe usually use also for the term locker. I have a locker. I have a safe in the bank. Okay, so we shall continue this chapter with question answer in the next meeting, whenever we meet. Till then, all of you read this, finish it off, and we shall tick mark the page we have done up to page number 59. Okay, and we shall complete it, also the question answer. Clear, everybody?
Thank you, sir.
Any doubt? Any doubt? Any problem?
No, sir.
Okay,
No,
then
sir.
see you. Goodbye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.